Hey everybody, this is Ace, here in the Ashlands of Valheim, down in the basement of a charred fortress build that I've been working on. I was showing this to somebody how everything is built on Snap, and they were asking how I started that. So I thought I'd make a video and show everybody where I started and how I got everything to line up so nicely. I excavated this all the way down to below the stairways. You can see this is what I'm calling the basement. And the center keep, when you get down past the walls of the keep, it actually does collapse, although only up to the point of where the original gate was. So I had to rebuild that from down there, so here's what I did. And then coming on up to the first floor, this would be the level of the original dirt, more or less, in the fortress. You can see the doors going to the outside. And see how everything is lined up so nicely? So the floor height is just perfect here. Walls came out even. This Grouston tile is laying directly on top of the walls, and the keep walls are the same thing. I put in these flame metal gates over here. You see how nicely those lined up, perfectly symmetrical. This is all from one point, so everything here is snapping to everything else. Nothing is free placed. Now, of course, I'm mid-build, so now I'll start to pull out some of the things you see and put in other flooring and whatnot to do real decoration. This is just so that I can get snap points for everything to start with. Up here on the roof, you can see that I went ahead and built an extra parapet area. I'm going to put a parapet wall along the outside there, but so you don't have to worry about the spikes, and so that you can put ballista, whatnot, out on the corners and have an easy way to get around the outside to shoot or to jump off, whatever you need to do. I went ahead and put a parapet out here, and of course it's outside the bubble, so it got destroyed. But this Charred Fortress did end up right next to a boss arena, which is kind of convenient, but I don't think I'm going to trigger the boss there. I think that would have too much danger of just wiping all this out. This is going to be a showpiece more than anything else. So anyhow, here's where I started. I'm in the process right now of taking out these stairs. They are actually fairly destructible. It takes some time, but you can get rid of them. And I'm just going to have just the center stairway be the way up to the top level here. So where I started the build was over here, and pick either one of these doors. What you're looking to do is, I started with one of these Grouston 1x1 pieces, and you're looking to line it up with this wall this way. So you want it to be flush with the face of the wall, about like that, right there. And you want it to be directly, one corner of it to be directly over the top of this piece right here. So what that means is, at least on this texture, is just about right there. And you can check, I'm a little too far forward. So I'm going to back that off just a skosh like so. That looks pretty good. I'm tiny far back at that point, tiny bit. And you know, all of these are well within the tolerance. If I'd chosen any one of these, probably would have been fine. So that looks pretty good, and I think I'm about in the right spot here. We can check that by dropping one of these in. Like so. And you can see how close I am to that peak. Really, really close. This entire build was done on probably that close or a little bit further away. I think I was just about that close. So that's fine. If you want to tweak it a little more to get it just perfect on the peak, you can, but it's really not going to make a difference for the purposes of the build. Once that's done, this block is now located in the spot you want. You can then come around here and go with a big piece, a 4x2, snap it to that corner like that, and then you can build the next one. The next one, you can come here, this piece, go all the way to the corners, go from there. Then down below, you can come down from that top piece with the next piece down, this one. You can snap that to the floor here, that comes over. Then you can snap these walls to that piece of floor. By doing that, coming from that original spot, every single thing in the keep lines up perfectly, so your walls end up being perfectly integrated. You can see here where the black marble comes together with the existing keep wall. It's just a perfect fit. It's symmetrical all the way around. I would have struggled to get it this close without happening on that start point right there. And I have to assume that this is intentional on the part of the developers, because the keep fits all of these tiles so perfectly that either they intended for us to be able to do this, or it just works out that the build tools they're using are, of course, exactly the same sizes as the pieces they give us, which also makes sense. It's also nice that they put the castles all facing north, south, east, west, so everything's really easy to build in here. So this is a build I'm working on. Now I'm in the midpoint right now, and I just thought I'd make a quickie to show how I lined that up at the start. I hope that that's helpful to you, and if so, leave me a like, or if you have questions or comments, put them down below. I'd love to read them and reply to everything. Again, this is Ace. I hope this was helpful, and happy gaming.